W.T.F with the family chamber. What's up, W.T.F family? So listen, Happy is back at it again, and this time around, y'all, we are celebrating Black History Month. And I must tell you, we have been prepping and getting ready for this collaboration since January, since our last collaboration. And I'm so excited about this particular collaboration because if you don't know, and if you haven't been watching our videos, I am a 90's fanatic. Okay, I am a 90's fanatic. I always talk about the good music from the 90's and how I feel that that's where the real R&B and real music and real films, that's where they are, buried in the 90's, right? So the title for this collaboration is Say It Loud, a tribute to the 90's Black cultural film and music, okay? And with this collaboration, we're only going to be talking about movies and music, all things pertaining to the 90's culture. And let me tell you, this is going to be a laid back video. We don't have nothing to eat this time, and even with the instructions for this particular collaboration, we ain't said nothing about eating because everybody want to focus on the information. Everybody wants to focus on what really went down in the 90's. So a lot of times when you're eating, or when I'm eating, I'll tend to get distracted or something like that. But this time around, I wanted to stay focused. I have notes here, so to let you all know that I've really been working, trying to get this information out and trying to make sure I don't miss anything. And the truth of the matter is, it's just so much a whole culture of Blackness. I can't cover everything in this video because you know how YouTube is. Y'all, our attention span, after 5 or 10 minutes, we don't want to hear nothing else about no video, right? So I do want everybody to remain seated. I know we're in a premiere, so I'm going to give you all time to come on in, go get your cousins, go get your neighbors, and tell them to come on in. We're going to learn a little bit about the 90's from my point of view, the things that the music and film that I like, that I listened to during the 90's. And, everyone in the chat, in the Happy chat, it's just saying how excited they are about this particular collaboration. Everybody expressed, actually, and I'm gonna tell y'all something, okay? We all family, right? We actually were supposed to premiere this collaboration on last weekend, the first weekend in February, but it's so much information, and 90's was such a good time in Black film and music. We had to push the collaboration back to give the people time to get themselves together, right? So I'm so happy to be a part of the Happy family, and Happy stands for, if you're new here, it stands for holiday and party items. We're going to get into the 90's music and film, and I want to say this. Everybody come on in. During the 90's, I was into lava lamps and incense. So I'm going to keep it real with y'all. We're going to set the tone up in here today, okay? Give y'all a little smoke. I didn't have my incense, but I do. Y'all know I got my fog machine. Y'all see it from time to time. So we're going to set the tone up in here. We're going to take it down a notch. And we're going to get this information out. Like I said, this is music that I listened to during the 90's. And actually, we were supposed to tell our favorite movie and music. But y'all, I couldn't do just one. And even the information that I'm bringing you today, it don't even touch or scratch the surface, okay? Just a little bit of information. And so one thing, and I'm going to be looking at my notes from time to time because I don't want to miss anything. And so one thing that I do want to make mention and to bring your attention to is that the songs that I'm about to name for you, they are all songs that came out in 1993. And this year, 2023, marks 30 years when the album first dropped, okay? 30 years. So y'all listen up closely and see, do y'all remember any of these songs? And a lot of music from the 90s I still listen to now. Really, that's, you know, I listen to all genres of music and, you know, all types of music. But today, our focus is Black culture, film, and music, okay? So let me know in the comments if you recognize any of these songs or what were you jamming to during the 90s. First up is Wu-Tang Clan. And y'all remember back in the 90s, and keep in mind, this is 1993, when everybody was wearing the coats and the shirts that had CREAM, cream. Y'all remember that? Cash rules everything around me. I'm sure y'all do. I'm going to tell y'all how old I am in a minute, huh? So, Wu-Tang Clan, that song came out in 1993, and you heard everybody. Cash rules everything around me. Do y'all remember that? Okay, moving along. KRS-One, that's the sound of the police. Y'all remember that? I still hear people bumping that now sometimes. And Snoop Dogg, Gin and Juice, I know y'all remember that. Came out in 1993. What about Dr. Dre, Let Me Ride? Y'all know I can't sing. What about Tupac and Digital Underground? I Get Around. Y'all remember that song? Lost of the Underground, #1 Chief Rocker, #1 Chief Rocker. Y'all remember that? Okay, what about, listen, this song right here that I'm about to mention, me and my friend Tasha, and I've talked about Tasha early on in the videos. This was our jam. Do you hear me? Diggable Planets, Rebirth the Slick, and I'm cool like that. I'm cool like that. I'm cool like that. I'm chill like that. Y'all remember that? Do y'all know what I'm talking about in the comments? What about a Tribe Called Quest with Electric Relaxation? Y'all, that's too hard for y'all. Okay. All right. We're going to keep it moving. I know y'all getting into this. SWV, My Love Will Be Right Here. Be right here. Janet Jackson, That's the Way Love Goes. Salt & Pepper, I Wanna Shoot, Baby. Shoot, shoot, baby. Shoot, baby. What about Hey Mr. DJ from Zane? I've heard people pronounce their names so many different ways. Don't walk away, boy. Y'all remember them, don't it? Jade, those girls are underrated. Totally underrated, okay? Hip Hop Parade. Oh, hey, oh. I know y'all remember Naughty by Nature. That was like the anthem. Everybody was saying, hey, oh, hey. Ice Cube. All I gotta say is today was a good day. Salt & Pepper. What a man, what a man, what a man, what a mighty good man. Yes, he is. Oh, do y'all remember that song? Oh my God, these songs are bringing back so many memories, y'all. Oh my God, so many memories, so many feelings. Oh my God, I'm getting chills, y'all. Just digging up these old songs. And this song right here is still so relevant to this day. Much props to Queen Latifah. UNITY, that's the unity. UNITY. And all of these songs came from 1993. And they are 30 years old this year, 2023. And we're going to move along. And I'm jumping all around. I'm not going 90, 90, 91. No, I'm jumping all around, okay? So I'm going to take you now to 1991. Shanice. Now, if there has ever been an underrated artist before, it is Shanice. That album, Inner Child. Listen, y'all. I could play the entire album from beginning to the end. And it's just, I just love the songs. Silent Prayer with Johnny Gill, or the most popular song, I Love Your Smile. Y'all remember that? If you don't remember the words, you remember that hook right there. I'm a 90s girl, black girl. You don't hear from them now. Some would say they're one hit wonder. But for that time and, you know, and the management and stuff like that, this song was the song, the anthem, a 90s girl. You heard every black girl singing this song, okay? We're going to skip on to film. Okay, so the following movies, you know, all of them debuted in the 1990s. And y'all let me know which ones are your favorite. I couldn't pick just one because I'm a lover of all things, y'all. All things 90s, okay? So Poetic Justice came out in 1993. We all know Friday came out in 1995. Juice with Tupac 1992. He was wrong for that. Who got the juice now? We gonna keep it moving, y'all. This is one of my dad's favorite movies. Actually, this is how, through my dad, how I even saw the movie. New Jack City. Y'all know he was wrong for shooting up that wedding. Now, did y'all see him hold that little girl in front of him? Oh my God. I can't even think of what his name was in that particular movie. What was his name in that movie? C Money. No, C Money was the brother. Oh my God. Nino Brown. Nino Brown held that little girl up in front of him at their wedding. Malcolm X 1992. Get your hand out of my pocket. Y'all remember that setup? Okay. Set It Off 1996. Y'all remember how crazy Queen Latifah's character was in that movie? She was ready to set it off. What was her name? Oh my God. Cleo was crazy and ready to set it off, baby. Okay. Eve's Bayou 1997. Menace to Society. Baps came out 1997. Soul Food 1997. Boys in the Hood 1991. Hey, Ricky! Y'all remember that? Ricky was running for his life, y'all. Oh my God. Crooklyn 1994. Dead Presidents. Now, this is one of my favorite movies. What's Love Got to Do with It? 1993. Wait to Exhale 1995. And y'all, listen, that soundtrack, every song on that soundtrack was fire. A Thin Line Between Love and Hate 1994. Life 1999, it was centered around Mississippi, y'all. Jason's Lyric 1994. South Central, The Best Man, and it's still relevant today because they have sequels. And it came out 1994. The Players Club 1998. Ebony was something else, wasn't it? When Ebony something else, y'all got a little cousin like that. How Stella Got Her Groove Back 1998. Y'all, that's when everybody wanted to run to Jamaica, man. Everybody was trying to run to Jamaica because they thought they could find them. They want to get their groove back, okay? A movie that I love to this day and still sing those songs, The 5 Heartbeats, okay? 1991, The 5 Heartbeats. Oh, and Belly came out in 1998. Okay, do y'all remember any of those movies? Those are from my films, okay? A few songs that I listen to now, and y'all let me know in the comments if y'all know any of them, okay? TLC Waterfalls 1994. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Please stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to. I know that you're gonna have it your way or nothing at all, but I think you're moving too fast. Oh, what? Miss Saber can sing. Y'all, the 90s will do that for you. The 90s, I'm telling y'all, the 90s were something else. That feud between Monica and Brandon, was it a feud? Was it publicity stunt? The Boys Mind 1998. TLC No Scrubs 1999. We know Candace and Tiny wrote it. Laura Hill, Girls, You Know You Better Watch Out 1998. Y'all, that thing. Oh my God. Rosa Parks 1998, written by Outkast. No Diggity, No Doubt, 1996. Although we've come to the end of the road. Boys to Men 1991. And y'all, we still going to the end of the road in 2023, huh? Say My Name, Say My Name. Destiny's Child 1991. Listen, do y'all remember this group? And I swear, All For One, they came out in 1994. They were underrated, y'all. They were a talented group of young men, just had bad management, didn't get the right people to represent them, and they sort of became like one-hit wonders. In Vogue 1992, Never Gonna Get It, Never Gonna Get It, Never Gonna Get It, Never Gonna Get It. 1990, this set the tone for the 90s, okay? CNC Music Factory, Gonna Make You Sweat, baby. Let the music take control. Let the rhythm move you. Y'all remember that guy? We was trying to figure out who that was with that one ponytail in the back of his hair. Remind you of Ice-T. Y'all, I'm having so much fun. I'm having so much fun just reminiscing, going down memory lane, y'all. Me, I'm super fly, super duper fly. I can't stand the rain. Y'all, Missy, she's getting her flowers now, y'all. I love me some Missy Elliott, okay? One Sweet Day, Mariah Carey, 1995. And this song, 1997, Unbreak My Heart, Say You Love Me Again, Toni Braxton. And I remember I was in school, and we had to write a report on this book, Tears of a Tiger. We had to do a presentation. We had to write a obituary, a eulogy, the whole thing. Like we were actually having a funeral for the young man that committed suicide in the book. And so my take on it was, you know how they have people to get up and sing the solos in the funeral. I had someone to get up and sing Unbreak My Heart with Toni. Well, not sing, but I had, a CD. And that's something, that we loved in the 90s, too, CDs, okay? So I had this song playing, and my teacher at the time, my English lit teacher, she had never heard that song. She said, who was that singing? And I said, Toni Braxton. She hadn't heard of Toni Braxton, and I opened her eyes. I put her on to Toni Braxton, y'all. Ain't that something? Music will do that to you, okay? Let me tell y'all something. Let me set the tone. It's Friday. You just got out of work. Maybe you just, the eagle flew on Friday, which means you just got paid, and you hear this song on the radio. This is how we do it. Doom, doom, doom. Dum, dum, with that old Slick Rick beat, Montel Jordan. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember how that song made y'all feel? Bumping, y'all, okay? Everything's to the back with a little slack, because inside out, it's wiggity, 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 wet. Chris Cross, 1992 with Jump, Jump. Everybody, jump, jump. Listen, this song right here, this group, they are a movement. 1993. And they are still relevant to this day. Mint Condition. You send me swinging. Oh, you send me swinging. Doom, doom, doom. Y'all, I was sitting in class. And this song, you know how you have those songs that just stick with you all day and they play over and over in your mind? I was in class, in a math class, in algebra class, and this song, I just kept saying over and over. You send me swinging. Oh, you send me swinging, over and over. My friend Patsy was sitting next to me. She said, Tandra, you send me swinging one more time. And I said, I didn't even know you could hear me. She said, you've been sitting in a whole class singing that song. Just that one part. You send me swinging. Y'all, that album, that song, oh my God. And they had other songs like, what kind of man would I be? 1996, You're Breaking My Heart. 1991, Forever in Your Eyes. 1991, Mint Condition. Y'all go get them their flowers, okay? I could go on and on and on and on. I'm looking at my notes. I want to make sure I don't miss nobody. And like I said, there is no way that I can give you all of the 90s in this short amount of time without losing your attention. Okay? So, I don't want to forget about gospel music because, like y'all know, I'm a PK's kid. We grew up in church. We were in church every time the doors open. And it was 1997. We were at choir practice. Now, I never forget this. And I told this story on our channel a few times, actually. We were at choir practice, and, we were always trying to, keep the choir fresh or whatever. And so the choir director at the time would let us bring or introduce to the choir new songs. So it was 1997. So the song Stomp had just come out with Kirk Franklin, and he had Salt and Pepper. He had Salt from Salt and Pepper on there doing the hook, the rap verse. So the choir was familiar with the song. So the choir directors, and in my church, I grew up Pentecostal, okay, Church of God in Christ. They were strict. They didn't like contemporary music. In the 90s, it's like where the contemporary gospel music is like where it was like when they first came out with contemporary music, like the end of the 90s going into the 2000s, right? And Kirk Franklin was the leader. He started the revolution. And like he said, y'all thought Stomp was something. Y'all, he took it to a whole nother level. And this song, Stomp, I said, y'all, we can do this song. Everybody like, yeah, we can do it. Why they put me up to go and ask the pastor, could we do the song? The choir director, I don't have a problem with Sister Tanya. You gotta ask the pastor about that. I said, okay, I asked him. I asked the pastor, I said, we have a new song we want to try. And I said it has a rap verse in it. I said, would it be okay if we tried the song? He said, let me listen to it. Because he said, Kirk Franklin, he said, let me listen to it. So we played it for him. And with the hook, the rap, I was going off. When I think about the goodness and the fullness of God, it makes me thankful, pity, the hateful, and grateful. I was going off, y'all. And he said, Sister Tangie, he said, I don't think the church ready for that. He said, I don't think the church ready for that. I was like, wow, really? He said, no. He said, I don't think they ready for it. I said, okay. Okay, I went on about my business, but I always wanted to sing that song at church. But he said that at that time, the church weren't ready for it. But now, this wouldn't be nothing to sing at church. Now, the way the church is set up now, anything, I mean, you can almost play some Future or some Nicki Minaj in church and it'll be accepted. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just saying. These are my views, my point of view or whatever. But I was crushed. I was crushed because I had my hopes up. I really wanted to do that verse. But it's cool, y'all. I bounced back. Okay. So I'm going to end this video. I hope you all have enjoyed it and me going down memory lane. I'm just trying to check my notes to be sure I didn't leave anybody off. And then when the video ends, oh, dog, I forgot to say this. Like I said, there's so many artists that are underrated. Another person I listened to was Adina Howard. Now, I forgot to see what year she came out, but I do remember it was the 90s because I remember we had a JROTC competition we were going to, and that song, I'm be a freak until the dawn. We would listen to that song going down the road, y'all. And Faith Evans, y'all know I can't forget my girl, Faith Evans. Soon as I get home. Y'all had her CD, y'all. When that CD came out, I had to go get it. And I would listen to so many beautiful songs on that CD. And I'm not going to even tell y'all. Y'all know who I really love from the 90s. Actually, it was 1997, Mia X. And I've talked about Mia X several times on the channel, and I've reached out to her, and I'm gonna get on Coffee and Donuts for an interview. Trust and believe that. But the first time I was introduced, and I've said it before, first time I was introduced to Mia X, my friend Samara, she's from New Orleans, and she had this white lowrider truck. We were in college, and we ride around bumping, and the truck was so unique because nobody down here in Mississippi had nothing like that in this area. It was a white lowrider, and it had tinted windows, and she was bumping this lady. And I said, who is, I listened, I was like, she used so much profanity. I said, who is that? She said, Mia X, a New Orleans rapper. I said, turn it up. I listened to the song and I was like, oh my God. Y'all, when I tell y'all I quit, because y'all know I can rap already, right? I told y'all that in college. And I don't know why I took on this whole Mia X persona. And I was just Mia X, no limit, all everything. But y'all know that. So I ain't got to go through all of y'all know how I feel about my no limit people, no limit artists or whatever from the 90s. And Mystical. I ain't gonna talk about him. He's staying in trouble too much, y'all. But he is super talented, okay? I'm trying to see, did I leave anybody out? I don't want to end. Monica is always, I said Monica and Brandy, they are always, Monica, you know, and so many songs that I love from Monica. I can just let it play. Oh, John B. This song, John B. What was the name of that song I used to listen to? Oh my God, I can hear it playing now. I can't even think of what the name of the song was. I used to let it play. I love you. Pride and Joy. Pride and Joy. You're my pride and joy. I love that song. DMX, you can let me fly or give me death. Let my soul rest, take my breath. If I don't fly, I'ma die anyway, or I'ma live on, but I'll be gone any day. Y'all, God rest his soul. He had a lot of hurt, a lot of trauma. But if you listen to his music, it was so dark, but it had a message. Can't forget about Nas. Oh my God. There's so many artists, y'all. I can't capture everything in this video. It's so many artists. I mean, I can't even capture it all. I'm just going to end it on this note. Okay? So listen. Let me find my piece of paper right here. I don't want y'all to miss this, okay? Do y'all remember, it was 1992. We were still young and back then. A Different World. Now, A Different World came out in the 80s, but this particular episode, and it's the one where Dwayne crashed the wedding, okay, of Byron and Whitley. He crashed the wedding. Do y'all remember that scene? And I'm mentioning this because I watch A Different World now while I'm getting dressed for work every morning. And this particular scene, when Byron and Whitley were saying their vows, and Whitley couldn't tell Byron I do. So Dwayne gonna break up, gonna try to bust down the aisle. Whitley, will you, baby? Forever. Just, did y'all notice his friend run? Did y'all see Dwayne's friend run like he had his back? He was keeping everybody back off of Wayne while he handled his business or whatever. That was a true friend, because he could have got beat down right there too, but he was willing to go down. And everybody knew that Dwayne and Whitley loved each other, but nobody, even her friend, didn't even want to tell her. She was waiting. Whitley was actually waiting on her friend Kim to tell her not to marry Byron, but Kim didn't want it to be her choice later on to say, well, you stop me from marrying Byron. So she let Whitney come to grips on her own. And that episode right there give you chill bumps. Chills. Oh my God. So y'all, I'm getting on out of here on that note, okay? It's Black History Month, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to H.A.P.I. Our collaboration, Say It Loud, a tribute to the 90s Black culture, film, and music. And y'all know I couldn't get out of here without giving you a little known Black history fact, okay? Now, have you all ever heard the term Uncle Tom? We've all heard that term, right? Okay, so it turns out that Uncle Tom is a real person. He's a real person. His name is Josiah Henson, okay? He was an abolitionist, and he refused to tell on other slaves. He would put cotton in other slaves' bags overnight to keep them from getting beat, because y'all know they had to have their cotton had to weigh a certain amount every day or they would get beat. So each night he would sneak cotton into other slaves' bags. Even before the Underground Railroad, they said he helped 100 people, to their freedom, okay? And this term was really flipped because Uncle Tom, we think it mean like a sellout, right? But actually, it was coined by white people, and we love all people over here, but it's just a fact, okay? This term, Uncle Tom, was coined by white people because they felt like he betrayed them. So he wanted to sell out to his own people, but the white people felt like that he betrayed them. That's why they call him Uncle Tom. And if you don't educate yourself and dig through some, learn some facts, and y'all do your own research. I always tell y'all, do your own research. And if you don't know things for yourself, sometimes people just take the next person's word for it, and that's how history gets distorted. That's how people carry untruths with them and pass it down generation, because they don't do their own research to find out what the actual truths are. Okay, so that is it, y'all. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all for tuning into our collaboration. Don't forget, if you have missed any of the other content creators contribution to our 90s tribute, please go back and watch them. Even if you couldn't make my premiere today, but if you're catching it on the replay, tell me what you think. Or if you didn't hear your favorite artist or your favorite movie, drop it in the comments. Who was your favorite and why? This is Black History Month, y'all. Y'all know we celebrate Black History 365 days a year, okay? This don't rub off after February. I have to live with this. I was born with it. I'm going to die with it, okay? So, thank y'all for listening. Happy Black History Month, y'all. Peace.